I truly sympathize with a lot of you Metroid fans because I know that y'all are honest to God Metroid fans. That when y'all saw the first light of that Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Desert, y'all went instantly shaken and stirred. Damn, I'm sad because I wish that y'all were all in, just like me, like ready for Metroid Prime 4 with no doubts about anything. I'm 100% fine with the open world potential. I love what I'm seeing from Viola as a device to get from one biome to the next. I think that's all really cool stuff. But for some of y'all, and again, I know y'all are honest to God Metroid fans, it just didn't do it for you. It got you shook because some of y'all feel this isn't what Metroid is supposed to be. And again, I am open to change in all of my IPs. I wasn't one who complained when Wind Waker came out. So I've always been comfortable with additions and, new takes on old loved franchises. I'm good with all of that. But for some of y'all, until y'all get that controller in your hand and y'all experience this world of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, look at me talking like if I've experienced it. I'm saying when you experience that world, you loving it is going to mean the world to me. Why? Because I love Metroid fans loving Metroid. I wouldn't want you to get an entry that you do not like. Nobody wants to live through a Other M situation where some people will say, man, I'm riding for Other M. I get it. I love Metroid too, but I wasn't riding for Other M. I thought Other M was very much so lacking like a lot of Metroid fans did. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants, especially not after an 18-year long wait. Nobody wants that for you. And this is about you. Like, I don't want you to get the game in December and then be like, I knew it. Like, this is lame. I want you to get the game, work your way to that upgrade, get out there on that desert, and experience Vuros and actually love it. And I want the game to play out like that for everyone who's going to review the game, ever give the game a chance. I want it to be great. I want every game to be great, technically, but I really want this game to be great for you and for me. But right now, it's not actually about our hands-on with the game. That's eventually. Right now, it's about the fun that comes with being excited about the journey to launch, which is officially kicking off now. I want you to be excited going in, but I can see already many won't be. Not until we get that dedicated video that probably shows the thing in the best light possible. And you're like, yo, you know what? I'm going to give that an absolute chance. That actually already changed my mind. That was a great direct or overview video, whatever they choose to do. I'm excited about the game. And that'll be great. I hope that happens before the game even comes out. Before you get your hands on the game, I hope that they can, change your mind and get you excited about the game and launch. Because I want you to be excited on the journey. You were excited the whole time. I would hate for the game to show in some mediocre looking trailers that could have been cut way better and get you so down that now you don't even got faith in the game. Like, yo, those were just bad trailers. Relax. They're like, nah, that was enough. If you're not hyping me with the trailer, sorry, I'm not hyped no more. And again, I can't fault you for that because the trailers haven't been the most bombastic, craziest trailers. They haven't been. And I think all Metroid fans can admit to that. But still, I hope that they could turn this around for your sake, for everyone's sake, for the people who are looking from the outside in, who are probably watching these trailers and thinking, I mean, it looks like it could be cool, but I don't see what's all the hype. Why they all hyping Metroid like that? I hope that it can live up to an experience that is so loved that even they are like, oh, no, yeah, you know what? I want to play that. I want to try that. Even if they're like, I'm not going to get a Switch 2 for that. I got a Switch. I'm going to just get that on that. Whatever the case, but everybody playing Metroid is exactly what I would love. And the only way that happens is if everything from here to the actual release of the game and then what happens after we get the game is great. And I want it to be, but for me, going in, and I know for many other Metroid fans, the reason why we're so excited, why we're so, how do you put this, like over the moon, is because for 18 years, hell, before that, honestly, we gotta keep it 1,000. Before that, it was Metroid Prime. And you're like, yeah, I know. Before that was Metroid Prime 2 and Metroid Prime. No, 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 no. I mean, before Metroid Prime 3, there was Metroid Prime. After Metroid Prime 2, when Metroid Prime 3 was about to come out, there was Metroid Prime. And the chateau of Metroid Prime could not be escaped. Still to this day, Metroid Prime haunts this series. Like some series that, like Halo, that got these games that are just clouds over them, that are always going to be matched to that lightning in a bottle. And it's like, yeah, I want that. I want that again. I want that. I want that. Yeah, that's cool. I want that though. Give me that again. It's like, bro, I can't make the first comic, the first book, the first album, the first date. We can never get it back. The first is the first, and the first is always unique. The day we're born, unique. The day you meet the woman that you're going to fall in love with, unique. You could go on multiple dates. You can role play and and meet for the first time on some Modern Family shit. Yeah, it's still not going to be the first date. But people just have that thing over it. And Metroid Prime, oh my God. That is a shadow. It's gone and remained harder than the Ocarina of Time one for Zelda. Zelda escaped that. Neo, the one, they went out of the clouds, free, found beautiful lands and the Skylofts and all that. They never had to go back there. And there's people under there like, this is the best. Getting struck by that lightning over and over and over. And wanted to happen again next year. It's just not the same though. Metroid Prime really hasn't been defeated. I don't know if that's the word, I don't know if that's the word I want to use, we want to use, but because I love Metroid Prime, but the thing is, Metroid Prime gets all the love because it's the one that most played when it comes to the trilogy. A lot of Metroid Prime fans never gave Prime 2 and 3 a chance. The sales prove that. But I did. I played Prime 2. And I experienced zombies. And I experienced a dark world. And I experienced getting the light suit and then the dark world meaning nothing because now I'm running through it like a beast. I experienced the greater maze that they created in comparison to Prime 1. I experienced the areas that were far more robust, beautiful, and creative and scary looking than anything in Prime 1. From Torvis Bog, oh my God, and it's just swampy. It's just a beautiful, incredible, unique, super hardcore Metroid Prime game. And then I experienced the Wii Remote, Nunchuck, Prime 3, Corruption, and loved it. And what I love the most about Prime 3, the reason why I say, Prime 2 is the best Metroid Prime game, my favorite though is Prime 3, because the experience of the everything just the way it is, from the motion controls and feeling like you were literally Samus, to the world building that they did, because I actually loved, absolutely loved everything about the opening of the game, about the bounty hunters in the game, about how all those stories were intertwined with Dark Samus and Samus, the Ridley fights in the game. Like, I loved everything about this game. I love the corruption aspects of it. I love meeting like the regular scientists from the Federation, all those little details. I love the super enhanced PD suit Federation soldiers, the gold ones from the ending that you were running through and we had to keep them alive and all that. I loved everything about that game, from decorating your ship with your save files from previous released Wii games and things like that. And you had those save files, so now you're getting stickers of those games all over your ship and you can put your me in the ship, all that. I loved everything that they did with that game. It felt like the growth of everything that came before. Is they try to find a balance of not being so hardcore as what they did in Prime 2, because people had a lot of issues with Prime 2. It was very claustrophobic, and now they love games like Elden Ring and Dark Souls. And I'm like, this game kind of fit the bill of that, and maybe today it would have been a lot more love for being just so. That game is a lot. I like it so much, and I wish that they re-released it at the same quality of the Prime Remastered, and the same for 3. And 3 would be a unique experience to release because of the controls. But what made me love 3 so much is the fact that the world, or should I say worlds, and the universe felt like a proper universe. I was going from one planet to another planet, seeing specific enemies in this planet, seeing other ones in that planet, going to a ship in the sky, and continuing as I found more things in these various planets to actually, unlock that ship more and more. And all of that just was done through loading screens with your ship. But that loading screen with the ship, there was a lot of times I would never even skip that because I'm just feeling like, yeah, I'm Samus and I'm traveling to this other planet, and then you get the music like the when you're going into a world. It was always so epic. And I say all this to say, Prime 4, I was afraid because of the years and years of the cloud that Prime 3 and Prime 2 they cannot outrun. I thought, they're just going to lean into Prime 1. We're not going to get Federation. So we're not going to get a bunch of, epic cinematics. We're not going to get nothing with the ship. And I want the ship to still play a role. I love having the ship carry things and use in order to, straight up attack. And it was awesome. And it was nice to have that companion because Samus always has a ship and it's just there. And it's just waiting for you to finish, and then you go back. I'm like, why isn't it more useful? Because I'm sure it's useful when she's flying through space and probably fighting other bounty hunters in space like Silex, right? I just always see Samus with her ship. Samus isn't just a suit. It's always been a ship. Where does Samus always run to at the end? She's going back to the ship, or she's arriving in the game in her ship. Different versions of her ship, from purple to the classic orange. But she has a ship all the time. So now we're getting a vehicle, and it's not a loading screen, and it's going to be action, and it's going to be a world to actually traverse. If you're not going to give me multiple planets, I didn't want Prime 1, 2 again, or just a Prime 3 single planet like experience. You can't travel to no other ones. It's just this one. No, I don't want to be only on Brio the whole time. I want to go to Skytown. You get what I'm saying? So if you're going to give me one goddamn orb in the middle of space to be on, that Samus Aran, where she could be going from this one to that one to this one, then make it super interesting, make it feel like a full planet. And if that means going more open with the game and making it more open world in order to feel more like a grander adventure, and we're not going to have masking loading screens everywhere. Instead, we're going to let you play the in-between. And that means that in this game, when you journey from one section to another section, or one biome to another biome, you're going to actually have to deal with the in-between. It's not just going to be some safe elevator ride, some safe plane ride that's just a mass loading screen. No, when you're deciding to go from, hey, I'm going to go over there because that looks interesting. Well, beware, because there's going to probably be something in between that journey that can be very threatening to you. And if there are upgrades for Viola, including yourself, you may need some of those upgrades for the snow area. You may need some of those upgrades. I can already see it now. Viola needs an upgrade in order to maneuver through the snow more seamlessly like you do on the sand because, it's snow. I can see that. That plays right into Samus's upgrade for the ice area or the heat area. I can see the vehicle actually having stuff like that. And that makes the game far more interesting. The point is that after Prime 3, with the cloud of Prime 1, I really thought, we might not get all the hopes and dreams of a Prime 3 player who's played 1, 2, 3 and just saw the IP just grow, get, crazy, more epic, the universe include more characters and things like that. I want to see that all come to a culmination in this game and then build on that and create Metroid Prime 5 and 6 and more entries in the series, but I was nervous that they were going to be like, let's just go back, give, what the vocal majority, I guess, I don't know, the vocal minority, I don't know, the vocal fans want, give them what they want, which is just Metroid Prime again, so let's just do that. Well, they kind of did, right? They gave us the remaster, but still, like a game that's just like that, and it's the same setup, and it's elevators, and it's and I know a lot of y'all probably would have been happy with that. But I think most of us, honestly, and this is why I say I'm not comfortable saying y'all the majority, because I think most of us would have been disappointed. Hell, a lot of y'all, before this trailer for the release date, including Viola, was revealed to the world, y'all was saying, where's the Beyond? Just like me, where's the Beyond? Because I wasn't the Beyond because I didn't want Metroid Prime 1, Metroid 2 again, and Prime 3 again. If I wanted that, I'd just play those. They exist. See, for me, it's like, if you want another album like that from your favorite band, rapper, whatever the case may be, it's like, just listen to that album. I like seeing the growth of artists and art. So I wanted to see the growth of the trilogy, not just, oh, we're gonna do Prime 1 because that was the most loved one. Nah, I want to see growth. If you just did that and just, I guess, rest on your laurels, like, then you would never get to your Breath of the Wild moment. And every game, even the ones with the clouds over them, that it's hard. Like, it's difficult to get to, the promised land, which is freedom to do whatever you want with your IP and continue to grow it and stuff like that, and not have the loudest group of fans be the ones who are just begging for that old thing back. Yo, I want them LAN parties, yo, when I was in college. Yeah, Metroid has its own thing like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's Metroid Prime. Halo fans, you've heard those Halo fans, the college dorm parties, and they're like, yeah, like, bro, you attaching something to a period in time, and you want this thing to make you feel like that, but there's a lot of circumstances that are not gonna make it feel like that. You probably didn't have a lot, you ain't have a wife, you ain't have kids, mortgage, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So life is just different, and they put all their hopes and dreams into getting that feeling back into one single game. When you actually, I don't feel like the word defeat is the word, but I'm gonna use that word. It's the word I got right here, right now. When you exterminate, like Samus does, when you defeat that narrative, not the fans, I still want them to like the new games, even if I still want the old thing back. Yeah, but you still like the new games? Yeah, but good enough. I don't care about what comes after the but. The yeah part was all I needed to hear. So that means it's doing something right. So when you get there, that's a beautiful thing. When you get to that moment. And I don't want to see Metroid like, oh yeah, it can't do this, it can't do that. Samus got to be this, Samus got to be that. I hate when people do that to IPs because it doesn't let the thing grow. Like, I don't need Samus to continue to be what she was 40 years ago. It's okay to add to it. It's what I've been saying about Link. Like, I'm more than happy with Link talking. Thank God there's a movie coming out, because then maybe people will get comfortable with the idea of Link speaking in the game. I don't like these moments where, oh, Link is consoling Zelda. No words. Nah, it'll be okay, Zelda. Nothing. Because you're Link. Nah, that's Link. I'm me. I want to see Link interact with the people in Hyrule properly, not them nodding. It's like, oh yeah, Link says something, but you ain't hear it. Like, come on. It's like the silent protagonist to me. It's like, yo, I'm done with it. I truly am done with it. Like, I could even accept more than wahoo, waha with Mario. Like, give me more words. Like, you got a full movie where he yapping, and I think nothing of it is all good. So yeah, for me, Samus. I know, and people gonna be, yo, well, the last time Samus talked, I don't care about the last time. What part do you not understand? I'm talking other chances, other opportunities, growth, learning from what came before and then trying again and making it better. So because something went bad the last time, so okay, fine, I'm not going to try again because, it went bad the last time. Why would I try again? Because maybe this time now, with what you learned from the last time, you won't make those same mistakes, and it might be better this time, and it might actually pan out to be whatever it is that you wanted to be, So I'm glad that Retro Studios is making the game for the people who love Metroid Prime 3. Also, because I think the game for the people who love Prime 2 is going to be in here. And the game for the people who love Prime 1 is going to be in here for sure. That's guaranteed. But it's beautiful to see the game open in a bombastic fashion, just like Prime 3. It's good to see that Samus has a vehicle now that it evolved the vehicle from the previous game. Where, yeah, you can call the vehicle and utilize it for certain things. Now, you can utilize this vehicle literally hands-on. You on it, maneuvering it. I don't know if this thing will be able to fly, go on water. Who knows what it'll be? It could just be a motorcycle. It's fine. Because the fact that they showed it doing combat and all of that, that's the most exciting part. Is that they're growing the universe still. For Samus, they're growing it. So it's like, oh yeah, we know what Metroid is. And it's here, and it's over there, and it's over there, and it's over there, and it's over there. But you got to go through all of this over here, in order to get to those areas. And getting through this will be also that door idea of Metroid. Yeah, you're going to have to open up access to get there, whether it's you can't be in the snow area yet because you don't have the suit for that. You can't be in the heat area yet. Your vehicle can't, anything. Oh, your vehicle can't attack those enemies yet. You don't have the firepower for that. You need an upgrade for that. You don't know what it is, but them opening potentially the world in a way where the journey to these other worlds is also Metroid, but in a more exploration, adventurous way. That's super interesting, and that's super good for Samus because it's what she does. Again, what she did in Prime 3, and they just building on that, and building on that. And I like that. And then if you got the psychic abilities that are stronger than your regular abilities, that adds kind of the flavor of the, a hyper mode in Prime 1. But this one is far more robust because you're using it in order to, manipulate puzzles and move things. So that's, super cool. And then if there is a time mechanic in the game, that's very light world, dark world. And then everything else you see in the game, well, that's just Metroid Prime. So I could see this being a real win-win for everybody. And eventually there'll probably be fast travel and this and that in order to cut the in-between stuff out and make it more of a load to this area, load to that area, load to this area, load to that area. Now you at the end game. You got everything. You could just jump from there to, you know what I'm saying? And now it's easier for you to just get to places. That happens in almost every open world game. So, yeah, while this game is probably not going to be exactly open world, I think if it was 100% open world with Metroid puzzles all over like shrines, but they're just masks instead of, shrines that all look the same. It's just different things that you access, different stations, whatever the case may be, ancient built thing by like, a civilization that used to be there that's not very super technology, but more just like land and Uncharted Indiana Jones style caves, but still got those morph ball puzzles. There's so much they could do with that. So it being super open, also I think for, like that shrine idea comes from it being the mobile device, the Nintendo Switch. So players can do a shrine, they can just stop, focus, get on whatever transportation they're using in order to get to where they're going. They can, all right, now I'm sitting down. Let me play another, all right, now I got to get off. Let me put this away real quick. And it's like, yeah, you got these little pockets of like little pieces of dungeons. So I could see them doing stuff like that in Prime 4. And I think that would be actually awesome. It's just more Metroid stuff to do around, even if it's just for an energy tank. That's cool because the fun is doing the little puzzle with your morph ball. There's so much that they could do. There's so much potential there. And yeah, I'm excited about that potential. And I think that's what it is. When you look at Metroid Prime 4 Beyond hype, and you see those people who are super over the moon, I feel like those are the people who truly loved Metroid Prime 3 and the whole trilogy, and not just the first game, and was like, yeah, the other ones are good too. But the ones who was like, nah, it just got better as it went on. Those are the ones who are super excited for this because this looks like the continuation of what we loved. While a lot of other Metroid fans just stood only loving Prime, we continue to love what was happening, and now they're building on that. And it's not just a pandering to, again, that group of fans. It's trying to still build on what they were doing. It's giving Retro the opportunity to be creative and do whatever they want with the IP as they should, right? And it gives us the opportunity to get something completely new and fresh with Samus Aran, and that's, I think, what we should want. So as a Metroid Prime 3 Corruption fan, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond feels like the game that was 100% made for me. And now I can't wait for December because I honestly believe that this will be the best entry in the Metroid Prime series. And with that, I'm getting up out of here. So screw attack that like button to screw attacking that subscribe button. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.